God. Anyway, for more, I'm joined by conservative talk show host Dana Loesch and White House correspondent for American Urban Radio. Can I say progressive, April Ryan, as I said conservative? I think we got to balance this out. Do you mind that?
You can do whatever you want to.
No, I'm just trying to get it straight here. Dana, I want to keep this honest. Why we always do this in this business, that every conservative gets tagged like a wild animal with some tag that says conservative, and everybody else gets to be a free-thinking intellectual. Anyway, let me ask you this. What do you think about the putting it all together? Women should be punished for abortion was his impulsive answer with me. This thing about if you gain an extra 10 pounds, I'm going to put you on television and show you sweating it off. There's some of the treatment he's had towards, Rosie O'Donnell, some of this other public. Does it add up to you or not, Dana?
Well, in terms of, I think these are all such incredibly different issues. I'm not quite sure you can put it all in the same equation together. Look, I've been incredibly critical of every particular candidate, and I've caught HE double hockey sticks for it too, Chris. And I'll have to say this, like with regards to the abortion question, because I thought that was a good discussion that you and he had. Granted, as somebody who is pro-life, I don't ever want to punish a woman for a really heartbreaking and heart-wrenching decision. I mean, if anything, you want to make it known that you're there for a woman, and you're there to help out. You're there to support. You're there to help with adoption. You're there to help with, whatever different means. I know there were a lot of groups that had responses to that who have been in the trenches on this for a long time. With regards to Alicia Machado and the whole Miss Universe thing, I have never owned a corporate beauty pageant, but Chris, I will say this. If you are going to participate in a corporate beauty pageant, you have to realize that whether you like it or not, looks are part of the package. You're signing up and you're showcasing your fitness. You're showcasing your beauty. You get scholarship money. You travel around the world. It's like your job for that particular year. There are athletes who have to sign fitness. They have fitness clauses in their contracts. People
yes, but that's not the issue. No one denies.
It. It's part of the package.
No, like nobody denies that looks are, in many cases, the chief element in a beauty contest. Whether it's sometimes with the Miss America they throw in talent and all this, but in the end, it's often a very attractive person. So here that's, but putting her into a situation where there's cameras on her sweating it off, did that show a certain attitude about how to deal with a situation that is a professional public situation, but let's put her on the carpet down and get her on the ground and make her sweat it off on camera? Was that considerate? How would you call that?
I don't know what I'd call it. I'd call it, why are we talking about a 20-year-old issue? Because didn't she get this title in like 1996?
Because the guy's never had a political job in his life, and all we have is what he's done in business. What he's done in business. That's all we got. April, that's all we got on this guy. He has never done anything, passed a bill, governed a state, been a mayor. All we have are his public stuff and his tapes. Your thoughts?
His buildings with gold tone that glisten brightly in New York. We need to see this. We need to know this. We need to know the Billy Bush conversations. We need to know about this, Alyssa Machado. We need to know more about what he said in the fight with Rosie O'Donnell. We need to know more about what he thinks, especially when it comes to women, and what he said to Megyn Kelly. Women are a key piece of this society, of the economy. They're the biggest voting bloc, and for him to go against them the way he has, I mean, even talking to you, he was basically going down the line that both political parties in this nation have been trying to walk carefully. He basically tried to say it was criminal for a woman to have an abortion. Where would the onus fall? Will it be the doctor and the woman, or the woman? I mean, he's going down a very dangerous road when it comes to women. He is not going to win talking like this and doing this.
Okay, I want to get back to get the thinking here of Dana. What did you think of it when he went after the looks of Carly Fiorina, one of his opponents for president, going after her looks? What did you make of that? Didn't that jump at you? Like, people don't do that.
Yeah. Well, at the time, during the primary debate, I thought, I'm not quite sure what this has to do with considering who's going to end up as the Republican nominee.
Well, why do you think, what does it tell you about him that he would knock somebody's looks just because how they were born, how God made them? What an amazing thing to attack. I mean, why would you attack somebody because of their looks? Why would anybody do that if you think about it?
It's called self-esteem issues.
Well, no, I said at the time I had no idea why that would even be brought up in a discussion.
He brought it up.
During the Republican primary. I know, that's why I said on radio and on TV at the time, and I even wrote something about it over at my website. I'm not even quite sure why that's even a consideration, or even why that was even a talking point in the primary. But look, I mean, Chris, we're here now in the general election.
What language you're using here? It wasn't a talking point. It was something he said on stage in the heat of a debate, and that was his reaction.
I don't know why.
Why would he do that?
If you're expecting me to own or defend any of these comments, I'm not going to.
I'm just trying to find out what you think of them.
Oh, I told you, it had no place in a primary discussion. Why would you go after, or any kind of discussion, why you would go after anyone's looks? He didn't like it when anyone was criticizing his wife. Other women don't like it if you go after their looks or you criticize them. I mean, it's an open and shut kind of case.
Okay.
But we just had the second general debate last night, so why are we relitigating what happened during the primary?
Because he did it. He's attacking women. He's bringing out these women.
He called her the devil last night.
Yeah, her.
He called a candidate for president.
Not only that,
deplorables.
But wait a minute. He was caught on tape, and we found out about this tape just a couple of days ago. And then to help bolster his confidence, he's got to find something on someone else that happened 20 or 30 years ago and try to get his confidence and put them on the stage, basically using those women, making them objects and products of people, so people can look and say, oh, those poor women, and take it off, the onus off of him. So there is an intrinsic problem that's common sense that we're dealing with as we're looking at this Republican presidential nominee.
I think he's down 36 points right now among suburban women, so it's not like I raised
suburban white women or
well, I guess that's our code, like inner city, suburban. These words are used interchangeably. Perhaps not appropriate. Why is that funny?
Because the code words, suburban, urban, or whatever.
Well, it's because we try not to speak entirely in ethnic terms. That's why.
Both candidates have issues. Both candidates have issues. You're not going to find anybody that's going to defend or own anything that was in the Billy Bush and the Access Hollywood tapes. But here's the thing: we just had the second general debate. Were you offended last night as a woman? Were you offended last night as a woman? About what? About the debate? What was there to be defended about or offended about during the debate last night? Let me just say this. African-American Congresswoman Marcia Fudge, who is a Democrat, she was one of the former heads of a national sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, said she could not sleep last night. She woke up in the middle of the night because she was so distraught about how Hillary Clinton was attacked, how women were paraded for the benefit of Donald Trump. I'm just asking, what did you feel? At the debate, I don't think that Hillary Clinton was bullied at the debate last night. I don't think that there was an attack on women during the debate last night. I think that Hillary Clinton is a formidable debate opponent. I don't think that she's going to be bullied by someone. She's never been bullied in her career.
Okay.
This is the first time ever a woman is a nominee, and for a man to say that he would put the female nominee in jail if he is elected president, that's a whole different...
When are we going to stop playing the war on women card? We've got a female nominee. That's great. And I think that in a certain way disproves the war on women attack. We've got to stop with this.
Disagree, but it was a problem
Well, there's another side that's showing lock her up, too. They're not serenading this. Anyway, thank you, Dana Loesch, for coming on. And April Ryan, thank you.